Listen, God is doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will make a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert." Notice the first word, behold. God is saying, pay attention. Look again. Don't miss this. Because one of the greatest mistakes people make is expecting God to move exactly the way he moved before. But God is not locked into old methods, old seasons, or old systems. He said, I will do a new thing. Some of you are frustrated because the old thing stopped. The old connections dried up. The old opportunities disappeared. The old season ended. But what if the ending of the old thing is the beginning of a new thing? We like familiarity. We like routines. We like predictability. But God specializes in moving people into new situations that they've never been in before. Israel had never been in the promised land before. Abraham went out not knowing. Peter had to get out of the boat before God does something greater. He often disrupts what has become comfortable. And then God says, now it shall spring forth. Not next year, not 10 years from now. Now. That means something has already started underground that you cannot fully see. A seed can be growing before a leaf ever appears. Just because you don't recognize it yet does not mean God is not doing a new thing. Some of you are judging your future by your current conditions, but God never asked you to trust your conditions. He asked you to trust Him. Then He says, shall you not know it? In other words, will you discern what I'm doing? Because sometimes God is moving, but people are so focused on the past that they cannot recognize what God is doing. You can fail to recognize a new season while focusing on an old season. You can miss a divine opportunity because it does not look familiar. You can miss your next level because you're trying to recreate your last level. But God said, I will make a way in the wilderness. A wilderness is a place with no visible path, no roadmap, no clear direction, a barren place. But when God makes a way, get ready for a new thing. That means your limitation is not God's limitation. Your lack of resources is not God's lack of resources. Your age is not a problem to God. Your background is not an obstacle to God. If God can make a road through the Red Sea, He can make a way through your situation. And then He says, I will put streams in the desert. A desert is dry, empty, barren. It represents exhaustion, burnout, disappointment, and seasons where nothing seems to be producing. But God says, I can bring streams in there. Not a cup, not a trickle, streams or rivers. God knows how to bring supply into dry places. He knows how to bring joy back into a discouraged life. He knows how to bring strength back into a tired mind. He knows how to bring opportunities into a closed situation. This is why you cannot quit in a dry season. A dry season is only one miracle away from success. Sometimes It is simply the place where God is preparing to reveal his power. The winning word principle is this: God is not dependent on your environment to bless you. He can create abundance in barren places. Somebody listening today needs to stop saying, "There is no way for me." When God is with you, there's always possibility. There's always a brighter future. One move of God is all it takes. So, what should you do when God is doing a new thing? First, stay spiritually alert. God said, "Shall you not know it?" Pay attention, pray, listen, be sensitive. Secondly, stop focusing on the past. Thank God for yesterday, but don't live there. Yesterday's victory was preparation for today's assignment. Third, expect movement. The verse says, "It shall spring forth." Start expecting opportunities, favor, wisdom, open doors, healing, restoration, and new strength. Finally, cooperate with the new season. God changes you internally before he blesses externally. Maybe God is changing your thinking. Maybe he's changing the way you relate. Maybe he's changing your priorities. Because the new thing God wants to do often begins with a new heart. So today, be encouraged. God is doing a new thing. The wilderness is not your destination. The desert is not final. God said streams and rivers are coming. God said he would make a way. Get ready. A new thing is springing forth. And when God finishes moving in your life, people will say, "How did that happen?" And you'll say, "Only God could make a way like that." Please like, subscribe, and share. It's a sin not to win.